Good morning to all. Today we will do a numerical problem on dynamic analysis. To start with the problem, first I discuss some important points. Now you must note one thing: VB calculated from dynamic analysis should not be less than VB calculated from the TA, that is from the static analysis. If your VB calculated from the dynamic analysis is less than VB calculated from the value of TA, then you need to find the value of VB bar by VB. That means VB calculated from the static analysis by VB calculated from the dynamic analysis. Then multiply our earthquake parameters such as story shear, lateral forces with this equation. Then mass and stiffness matrix will be used to obtain natural time period in the form of matrix, and mode shape will be used for calculation of base shear and other earthquake parameters. When I talk about the mode shapes are, it is a pattern of structure deflection corresponding to each natural frequency, and where your natural period is time taken by structure to complete one cycle of oscillation in its natural mode. Now we will do a numerical, and the equation of the numerical is: calculate story shear and lateral forces of 4-story building. Now the number of stories are 4. It is in the zone 3 and live load is 3 kilonewton per meter square. The importance factor of the building that we have taken is 1, and this is a OMRF building. Now it is ordinary moment resisting frame. In my last lecture, live lecture on Google Meet, some of you are asking about the difference between OMRF and SMRF. Now maximum of you have already understand what is the difference between SMRF and OMRF that I explained you at that time. Those who have still confusion in difference between OMRF and SMRF, I will give you a small general explanation about that. If we are using the code 13920 for the ductile detailing of the structure, then our structure is in the category of special movement resisting frame. If we are not using the code 13920, then our structure in the category of OMRF, that means ordinary movement resisting frame. This thing we will do in detail when I will give you the video and taught you about the code 13920 in my coming lectures. Now to deal with this problem, this is the frame that we are having. Now the distance between the two columns are 7.5 meter in this direction and this direction as well. Now if I will show you the front view of the structure, it is like that. The difference between the height between the two stories are 3 meter, 3 meter, 3 meter and 3 meter, and the difference between the columns are 7.5 meter, 7.5 meter and 7.5 meter. Now in this numerical, I have already given you the seismic weight of the floors. That means you no need to calculate the seismic weight of the floors. Now the seismic weight of the floors are W1 is equal to W2 is equal to W3 is 3619, and W4, that is of the roof, is 2793.5, and the value of VB is 910.03 kilonewton as calculated in the static analysis or base shear from the static analysis. Now to start with the solution, first we will convert the seismic weight to the seismic masses. Now it is simple. We are just using this equation, that means dividing the seismic weight by 9.81 and multiplied by the 1000, we will get the seismic masses. Now if I do this with the M1 3619 by 9.81 into 1000, it will give you value of 368.91 into 10 raised to power 3. That means the value of M1, M2, M3 is this, and the value of M4 is 284.76 into 10 raised to power 3 kg. Now flow stiffness. Now here, without considering the masonry wall, we are not considering the masonry wall while calculating the flow stiffness in this numerical. If it is mentioned in the question that you need to consider, then we will consider the flow stiffness in the problem. Here the size of the columns are 0.45 meter into 0.45 meter. Now to calculate the moment of inertia of the column, we will use BDQ by 12. Now the value of B and D is 0.45. It is 0.45 raised to power 4 by 12. It's come out to be 3.142 raised to power minus 3. Now the Young modulus is 5000 root FCK. The value of FCK that we have taken here is 25, and it's come out to be 25 into 10 to the power 9 Newton per meter square. Then to calculate the stiffness of the column, that is K is 12 EI by L cube. Here both ends are fixed and the number of columns are 16 on each floor. Now we need to calculate it for the each floor. That's why the number of columns are in the each floor is 16. Total stiffness of the each floor is 16 multiplied by 12 EI by L cube. Then the stiffness of the first floor is K1 is equal to 16. This is the value of 12. This is value of E. This is the value of I by L cube. Here the value of L is 3, as the difference between the height of the one adjacent floor is 3 meter. When we calculate, it's come out to be 0.6075 raised to 9 Newton per meter. Then the K1 is equal to K2 is equal to K3 and equal to K4. This is about the stiffness matrix. Now we will go for the mass matrix. Now size of the mass matrix is equal to the number of the story. Then M is equal to, we'll go for the M1, M2, M3, M4. This is the mass matrix. The masses of the different story from mass 1 to mass 4 is written in the diagonal form. Then stiffness matrix size, this is the mass matrix. Now we will go for the stiffness matrix size. Stiffness matrix size is equal to the number of story, that is n again, and this is the method to write the stiffness of the matrices. We write the stiffness matrix in this way. You have already done this in the dynamics. Then we will fill our values that we have calculated in the earlier steps in the matrices, like this way for the mass matrix and this way for the stiffness matrix. Now we use these matrices in the eigen equation, that is K minus M omega square is equal to 0. To find eigen values and vectors, eigenvalues are omega square and eigenvectors are mod in the shape of phi. we solve our eigen equations in this way, and we will find the determinant of 4 by 4 matrix in and generate equation in the form of omega square. It's just the solution of the mathematical equation that we will solve to find the determinant of the 4 by 4 matrix. Here we will get the value of k minus m omega square by solving this equation. I will also send the PDF file of this numerical so that you can look at the equation and solve by your own, because it's very important to solve this equation. Then we will get the eigen equation, that is k minus m omega square is equal to 0, and we will solve for this and find 4 omega square roots. To find 4 omega square roots, your omega square is this way. We write this in the ascending order. Your natural frequency omega is this in the radian per second, and your t is equal to 2 pi by omega. Then your natural periods are this. For eigenvalues for omega square is equal to 219.9. This is from here. Then you will solve for k minus omega square m in this form. This is your for x1, x2, x3 and x4. You will fill all those values. Then to evaluate this, first you assume x1 is equal to 1. This is for calculation for the first row, this for the second, for third and for fourth. Then you have 1, 2, 3, 4 equations here. From equation 1 you will find the value of x2. From equation 2 you will find the value of x3. Similarly, when you solve for equation 4, you will find the values for x2, x3, x4. Then you will put these value here. Your phi 1 is x1, x2, x3, x4 in this way. Similarly, put other values of omega square and phi for each frequency. Similarly, you will get phi 2, phi 3 and phi 4. You will get the modal mass and participation factors. Then here again your story levels are 1, 2, 3, 4. Then your omega I, your masses in this way. Then phi ij that you have calculated in the upper steps, we'll write this. Then we multiply omega I into phi I, you will get these values. Then the square of this you will get here. Your modal mass 1, the formula is summation of w phi I by square divided by g into summation of w1 phi 4 by square. By solving this you will get the percentage weight. Here it is 89.72%. Then we will mode for the model participation factor P1 and get the value in by this way. Similarly for mode 2, then we calculate modal mass and modal participation factor. Your M2 is 1103.26. percentage of total weight is 8.08 and modal participation factor P2 is 0.334. That you will calculate in the same way we have calculated these values. I recommend you to solve this numerical by your own, so that you will solve all your queries and you will get this easily. You just need to follow these steps that I have given you in the previous video, and you will follow these calculations I have done here. Then you will get it easy. Similarly, we will get M2 here, and the total weight percentage 1.84, and for next P3 P4 you will get these values. Then after that, by getting all these participation factors and masses and the percentage of the masses, you need to put all this value in this table. Now here your modes: mode 1, mode 2, mode 3, mode 4. Then the value of T according to this is 0.424, 0.148, 0.098 and 0.082. These are the values that we have observed earlier. Then your Z is remain constant 0.16, 0.16. Similarly, your value of R, as it is OMRF, it is 3. Your value of SG should here, and your value of AK is here. Refer your code to get these values that I have taken here. Your code 1893. All these values you will get from your code 1893 2016. Now moving to the lateral load calculations for the mode 1. Now you have all these values: AHP, all these. Then you will write in this way: story level 1 to 4, value of WI, this, and you will calculate these values. Again, for mode 2, similar steps we will do to calculate these values. Your story 1 to 4, seismic weight in this way, floor first, second, third is same and roof is different. Then your value of 512, then this is the cumulative of these two values. Similarly, we will calculate this for the mode 3 and mode 4. After calculating this for the all 4 modes, then we will use different modes combining factor. That means different modes can be combined by using sum of square root method, यानी कि SRSS method. Here we will use sum of square root of the squares. That means this is the square root, then sum of the squares of all these values. We will use a table to calculate all these values. It will be easy for you and you will not make any mistake for calculations. Here, like story level 1 to 4, the value of V 1 to 4, V1, V2, this is for V13 and V14, all these value. Then we will do SRSS for these values. Now these your values are here. Now what we do, we check for VB static analysis and the VB that we have calculated from here. Now you can clearly see the VB from the static analysis 910 that is given in your question. Now VB that we have calculated from this method is 820. 820, we have taken the value of 820 from here, as then that means your VB from the static one is greater than VB from the dynamic one. Now we will find VB bar by VB by the ratio of these two. It will give you the factor 1.109. Now we will multiply lateral forces and shear distribution by this factor like this way. That means your 244.94 will be multiplied by 1.109. Your new lateral force is this. These are your new lateral forces after multiplying by the factor 1.109. Now you will show this on the figure like this. Thank you.